Welcome to the Curated Beauty podcast. Jessica Christie here, a health and beauty enthusiast who became a medical practitioner to be the authority on how to enhance both your outer beauty and inner beauty for the most confident glow. Founding and owning a multi-million-dollar aesthetic medical practice in Michigan, my mission is to bring all the bi-coastal innovations to the fresh coast of Michigan. From which aesthetic treatment gives you the most bang for your buck to how to create systems to be both professionally fulfilled and still have freedom of time and relationships, we will be diving into it all. Jessica Christie from Michigan, a little blonde girl that owns a med spa. I want to talk about sports and specifically football. I'm telling you guys, it's going to end up really beautiful and you're going to want to stick around. Mindset, worthiness, you can achieve anything. I'm telling you, because if I can do it, you can do it. Just stick around, stay with me. And I think that so many professional athletes really show us that. We see them in the most elevated, beautiful, famous situations and think, wow, they were just given this great opportunity and look how easy it was. But there are so many players that really we can look at for just excitement for the possibility and inspiration of what we could also become. I typically in these settings where my husband is bringing up sports analogies, and he loves a good sports analogy. I cannot even tell you how many times I've been compared to Tom Brady and that he's Bill Belichick or like just the craziest stuff. In fact, on our wedding day, we wrote letters to each other and I wrote him this heartfelt letter about how I'm just so excited to start this journey of our life together. And he wrote me a letter all about some sort of sports analogy that was completely lost on me, to be quite honest. And I was kind of angry walking down the aisle man, on the day that I just wanted to be talking about our future, you're talking about sports. But that's how he relates things to success and beauty and wonder. And so I really have realized that over our 7 years of marriage. However, I will say that now when he talks about it, I'm a little bit more open-minded. And as soon as he compares me to someone, I'm Googling this person. I want to learn all about them and figure out how I can learn from their success story. So we were having breakfast with our financial team and just kind of talking about some big, exciting moves coming up. And he compares me to Priest Holmes. He's like, Jess is like Priest Holmes and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, let me look this guy up. So I started looking into him and he was basically a running back that nobody wanted. He was an NFL player that was just overcoming obstacles, not giving up. He had so many setbacks. He was undrafted at one point, and Dick Vermeil from the Chiefs was like, I want this guy. And it's not because I just want to recruit him. I'm just clear about the vision. I know what he's all about. I know he's going to try. And he was honestly incredible. He has so many records. He was so many titles, so many touchdowns. I think since then, some people have broken those records, but he just had the attitude, I want to be great. And so as he did this, he continued to gain franchises and records and doubling record speeds. And he became that king of fantasy football. Everybody wanted him. And he shined so bright in such a short amount of time when at one point people didn't have a lot of faith in him. And so I think about what my husband was trying to say, that I really came out of nowhere. And at first, I think people were like, okay, whatever, here's this new girl opening an aesthetic practice, join the club, sister. But I really think that there are two crucial concepts that really play such a significant role in the success that I've achieved in such a short amount of time. And I'm going to tell you, they're mindset and worthiness. And these two concepts are so intertwined and they affect how we perceive ourselves, then what our capabilities are, and then we teach the world around us how to view us. So first, let's talk about mindset. A mindset is essentially a set of beliefs and attitudes that shape our behaviors and then our actions. And our mindset can either limit us or it can propel us towards success and fulfillment. And so there are really two types of mindsets. You either have fixed mindset, it is what it is, or a growth mindset. So the fixed mindset is the one where we just believe that our abilities and our intelligence is predetermined. Your life is your life. It's happening to you. We can't improve or develop anything about what has been given to us. Okay. This mindset is so limiting. It just takes our potential and stops it in its tracks. And it really makes us not take risks or embrace any challenges. Like it's all about, oh my gosh, look at these bad things that happened to me. And wow, I'm just, like living this victim mindset. On the other hand, a growth mindset is where we truly believe that we can learn and develop new skills and abilities through effort and persistence through all the hard stuff. So this positive growth mindset really empowers us to take risks and embrace challenges and grow. And I'm going to tell you from personal experience, as soon as you adopt this growth mindset, you stumble and snowball. And as you get that one positive benefit out of something hard, you realize and you attach to the identity, you know what? I'm going to learn through this. And you lean into the hard things. Lean in has been a huge theme for me this year. When I'm hearing or feeling something hard, I'm no longer fearful of what that means or is, because life is not happening to me, it's happening for me. And I know that on the other end of that, I am going to be basked in the goodness and the clarity for what my purpose is. So let's talk about worthiness. Worthiness is the belief that we are deserving of the love and success and joy. It's truly a fundamental aspect of our self-worth and our self-esteem. And gosh, unfortunately, this gets so damaged when we're children. Even if you have the most seemingly perfect upbringing, I'm telling you, we all carry around so many childhood traumas, and worthiness is one of the big ones. When we feel unworthy, we tend to hold back and we settle for things that are not aligned with truly who we are. It's less, and we limit ourselves. So that's really just unfortunate because it takes a long time to tap into worthiness. I think especially, not to pick on men, but I think men don't really get into that concept. Like it's very macho to just be like, what? No, I'm worthy. What are you talking about? But as women, I think that we're a little bit more open to this concept. And when we truly learn how to feel worthy, we are more confident and we're more assertive and we're more willing to pursue our goals and our dreams. And this confidence and assertiveness doesn't come from ego. It comes from true worthiness of self and knowing that we do deserve these things. So our mindset and our worthiness are really truly closely connected. Sometimes I think, which one's more important, or should I leave the worthiness part out? Does that sound too woo-woo? And are people going to be like, okay, lady, we're not going to be singing Kumbaya up here. Like, just talk about mindset. That's enough. But they really do need to be hand in hand, because a fixed mindset can make us feel unworthy because we believe that our abilities are limited and that they're not enough. In contrast, a growth mindset actually boosts our worthiness. And like I mentioned, it's a snowball effect. So as we believe that we can learn and develop new skills and abilities, it just gets bigger and better and bigger and better. So it's essential to cultivate a growth mindset and worthiness to achieve our full potential and lead fulfilling lives. I mean, I tell everyone all the time, like, what do you want your kids to be? I want my kids to be contributing members of society and be truly fulfilled in the path that is created for them by God, but also with their free will and learning how to navigate that life. So we can do this by doing 5 things. These are the 5 things that I've come up with for you. Embrace challenges and setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow. Lean in, okay? Number 2, believe in our abilities and talents. We are all created uniquely. God is creative. We all are so beautiful and unique and have a place. And I want you to find that place. Number 3, surround ourselves with positive and supportive people. I talk about this a lot. It's not a unique thought. You are the combination of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Choose them wisely. Pick your ecosystem. My business coach told me about, I think it's from Ed Milet. I can't remember, but it's the ecosystem. And like, if you have a pool and there's 10 people that you're allowed to invite to your pool, you're going to be much more selective about who's in that pool with you. And so get real about who you're spending your time with. Number 4, practice self-care and self-compassion. Do things for you. Spend time with you. Carve it out. Say no. There's another podcast coming on saying no. If you don't do that, you will not feel worthy. You are showing yourself that you're not worthy of that time. And this whole train of mindset just becomes word speak. Like, you got to live this into existence. And lastly, number 5, focusing on strengths and accomplishments rather than our shortcomings. If you're always focused and you're thinking about where your gaps are, you're not living in your gains. And there's a great book by Dan Sullivan called The Gaps and the Gains. I have to look that up. If you look up The Gap and the Gain, I think that's what it's called, by Dan Sullivan. He's one of my favorite business coaches, the strategic coach. And if you are living in what you don't have or what you haven't achieved, you aren't going to be focused on the beautiful accomplishments that are going to just take that lead to show you how worthy you are. And again, that whole snowball impact moving forward, where your beliefs of what you can do get bigger and bigger. So just remember, mindset and worthiness are 2 critical concepts that really shape our lives. Start getting real with that. Cultivate a growth mindset, cultivate your worthiness, your individual worthiness, unlock your potential, achieve any dream you want. And remember that you are worthy, and with the right mindset, you can do anything. So that's what I want to say. I also just want to say that I really am sorry to my husband for not appreciating his sports analogies, because there is something to learn from everyone. And now I just know so much more about Patrick Holmes. Take care, guys, and thank you for tuning in today. Congratulations, you have done it. You've reached the end of an episode on the Curated Beauty podcast and have enriched a part of your self-care by discovering something new. I hope this time together added a little perspective to your day and will ultimately boost your confidence and give you the strength to do all the hard things. As we walk through this journey together, follow our Curated Beauty podcast. And if this resonated with you, share it with a friend, save the episode, and also follow our social media platforms in the show notes. We love to engage with our listeners on all levels.